We here with another legendary individual, six-figure brand.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? You see it in the background. Everybody known, very well known.
Nephew, what's up? What's up with you?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So,
You see, he know everybody in the city, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. What's up?
going on, man?
What's up?
I am Maurice Harris, owner of Culture Boutique from Durham, Bull City. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into it.
So, shit, where did this passion? Cause I've been knowing you for some years now. You know what I'm saying? Like since I was a little kid. You feel me? So like, you always been fresh. When did this start? Was it something in the fan? Like, how did that passion for fashion start?
Honestly, man, it's something that's always been in me. Man, through middle school, high school, I was always voted best dressed, most popular. But the seed definitely started in high school. Say my 11th grade year, we had a class called Clothing and Design, which it teach you how to sew, it teach you about patterns, and that's when it really started. Like the idea of like, damn, it'll be dope to have a clothing brand, and being influenced, seeing the Jay-Z's with Rockaway and Son John with Diddy. It's like seeing how they move with their brand. It's like anytime you saw them out, they had on their brand, and that's one thing. Just having that influence and seeing it, and also just kind of influenced by other local spots like for show clothing, Cheeks. His name is Maurice as well. So seeing him being a staple in the community for so many years and seeing him do it, and it was like it's a possibility for sure. But you know, took my own little detours, but I definitely came back to what I'm supposed to be doing with the clothes.
What was like one of the first fashion brands that she was like one of your favorite? You know what I'm saying? Probably like you had in high school, middle school, whatever. You was like, bro, I'll put this shit on.
So me, I was really into clothes early. Like elementary school, like I'm talking about really paying attention to what I'm wearing. Of course, that was the whole Tommy Hilfiger era, but Carl Kanai and like finding out that was black owned brand as well. But favorite staple coming up, Rockaware, LRG, Academics was really dope. Back when streetwear brands was really streetwear brands, like coming up, we had a lot of streetwear brands. Now streetwear is really, I won't say a streetwear is really high end. It's like now they consider like Gallon Department or Off-White streetwear, but it's not feasible though. I mean, not everyone is paying $200-$400 for a t-shirt.
And how long you had culture for? When did you start?
So I started Culture in 2016.
And before that, what were you doing before that?
So I was selling cars. So well, when it first started, I was throwing parties. That was like the first thing I really fell in love with.
How was that throwing party era? Cause that's how, you know what I'm saying?
That's how we met.
You feel me? I came up through that, you know what I'm saying, through the party era. How was that process?
So same thing was funny. Me and my homeboy, his name is JJ. We came up like the idea to start throwing parties while we was in clothing design class.
For real? In high school?
In high school. So
what grade were you in at this time?
What, 10th?
10th grade.
10th grade, I think. 10th or 11th grade, one or the other. But also, I did have influence like Nick Pettiford. He's like an OG with it. Me and Nick, we've been knowing each other since I was in elementary school. We went to Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club right in East Durham. So Nick, he was doing it. I promoted like a couple parties under Nick when I was like really young, like 9th grade. And he put me on game. One thing I do appreciate with Nick, like he showed me the game, not just like, even though I was just a promoter, he taught me beyond just being a promoter. He was just kind of planting that seed of how to actually run a party, how to break down expenses, like why you getting paid, what you getting paid. So
same shit you taught me.
Correct.
Same as that.
It's like, and it's, again, I'm gonna pass it forward. Like someone taught me how to do it, and it's just like the common saying. It's like I can teach you how to fish, and you can fish for yourself eventually, or I can just give you the fish and you'll just eat for a day. versus teaching how to fish, you can eat forever. You know what I'm saying? It's just a trade to learn. So,
Yeah, that party started.
yeah. So when we got into the parties, just kind of progressed from there, and it's kind of used my popularity. It's like, man, boy, like, bro, we know hella people. It's like, bro, we throw a party.
I had that shit.
People coming.
And when shit, what was like you remember your first party that you threw like by yourself? Like what was that like? The experience. Give us a vivid picture of how that experience was.
Our first party, 2005 March. Remember, it was the fly was trash. Like it was called a spring break jump off. I don't know. That's back. Like saying jump off now is kind of wild with the new era. But every party back in the day, like the tagline was like, whatever it is, the jump off.
Jump off. That was a slang term.
Yeah, that was a slang term. So, man, we threw the party in such short notice. Like, we threw the party in like a week and a half. Like, bro, we was sneaking in the teacher's lounge, printing off flyers, hand cutting them, like with just construction paper, them out. Like it was
hustle.
Yeah, like putting flyers in the lockers, and we had a few flyers. Like my girlfriend, she went to Joy, giving her a few flyers. She passing around, a few people and it caught fire. Like our first party, unfortunately, it got shut down like in the first hour and a half, but it was due to capacity issues. People was climbing through the windows to get into the venue. It was crazy. So they ended up shutting down because it was way too many people.
And did you go in on there yourself? What was like your profit at that time?
Oh no, we made. I'll never forget. Like that first party in that hour and a half, we made like a little over 3,000.
Yeah.
So I'm looking like,
cool.
I'm like, oh no, we got something.
This it.
And again, I'm in 11th grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
2009.
So, huh?
Made 2009, 11th grade.
Right. So me and my boys, when we busted down, you know what I'm saying? We like, bro, we just made $500 a piece.
Yeah.
After expenses, it's like you got to think minimum wage back then wasn't nothing but
$8, $6, $7,
$7.25. So you got to think if you're working at McDonald's, a fast food spot, you only can work when you get out of school because you're in school during the day. So it's like you got limited hours, part time. So
like
in a week,
months to make that 500.
Right. In a week time, like your check probably like $100 in 1 week of work. That never equal. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. Especially when I first started throwing party, I was like, yeah, I'm never getting a job. Y'all crazy. Y'all think I'm about to clock in and work for a week for $100 when I've just made $500 in one night and had fun.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm dancing. It's like, bro, we had fun and made $500 in a night. So that's kind of like, and we took off from there. You know what I'm saying? UTS became a whole thing in Durham, like creating the party scene for teens. You know what I'm saying? But we was really handling business at an early age. It's like we was gonna go rent out them venues. We was booking the police, booking security, booking DJs, like doing everything. It's like we didn't get no help. You know what I'm saying? From anybody. Like we figured it out on our own, but we made it happen. We made a lot of money. Like I was blowing.
Shit, how much you think you made throughout your whole party time?
I ain't gonna front. Cause you
don't fuck some numbers for inspiration. You might have somebody out here, you know what I'm saying? They
bro, like the beat. Okay, so
and this a different.
I can't even count, cause we spending bread. But I mean, high school, like I was buying Red Monkeys in high school. Like when whatever rappers was talking about, I'm gonna get it. Like Red Monkeys was $500 jeans in high school. So I'm coming to school with Red Monkeys, Bapes.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm having this shit. I knew, I'm like, bro, no one is coming close to me.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm winning Best Dress, it was by a long shot. Like, whoever was second, it was the gap between the people votes was so far. It was like, you might as well not even voted for anyone. No one is coming close. Like, they knew that. I mean, people knew I was going to win Best Dress in high school when I was in middle school.
Oh, word.
Like, coming to ninth grade, like, well, we already know. Same year. I could have won Best Dress my ninth grade year.
Word up.
But besides me and my brother, between me and my brother, we could have won Best Dress every year.
Damn.
If superlatives wasn't, like, exclusive to seniors, we would have won Best Dress every year. Like, and it wasn't no shade to no one, but it was belt to ass when it came to dress.
Put this shit on. Put this shit on.
And then, okay, after the, how long did you do parties for? So after high school, did you keep doing them?
So, yeah, started doing college parties, 21 and up. So, that ranged from like 16 all the way till heavily, like consistently 25.
25.
So at this point, I moved to Atlanta when I was 22. I was still throwing parties in NC when I was in Atlanta. I was still traveling back and forth.
So you moved from Durham to Atlanta?
Correct. When I had events and everything, I would have money tied in other events. And
what made you want to move to Atlanta?
oh man, it was just like, let's do something different. Like me and my brother used to always visit, and my brother had like a little Marriott plug, you know what I'm saying? The dude used to always see us. He was like, man, y'all be here, like, y'all might as well move.
Yeah,
And it was a thought, but we never like really actively pushed it. Yeah. But he was like, yeah, I know a little realtor and everything. So we like, shit, what's her number?
Yeah.
And she sent us 3 locations. First location was off what Walker from? Riverdale,
South Side.
So at the time, my brother had the CLS 500 Benz sitting on 22. We pulled up. We dropped the neighborhood. We sent niggas on the porch. We pulling like we didn't even get out. We pulled in the driveway. We just looking around. It was like, nah, this shit, nah. Listen, because it's like
that was your welcome to Atlanta moment.
Not and it won't even. I ain't afraid of the hood shit, but it's like, yo, I've been around hood shit throughout my life in Durham. I'm not about to leave Durham to go to Atlanta and still be around some hood shit. Nah, you crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, the neighbors, it was like on both sides, people looking out. They seen, because it's like no one had no car like that. It's like, who the hell pulling up in this Mercedes? We legit put him in reverse, like, yeah. What's the second location?
The other shit.
Second location was off Panola Road, East Atlanta. It was cool, but the neighborhood was really nice. It was like, I'm like, all right, nah, this it. Like, as soon as we put in the neighborhood, I'm like,
that felt good.
It felt good. We put in the crib. We was in the walk through quick. I'm like, yo, let's do it. So my whole thing back then, I used to tell my brothers, like, yo, if I move, I want to have at least 15,000 saved up. And I never forget, we was looking at spot. My brother was like, shit, what you want to do? He like, what your account looking like? My brother, he already having it. my brother already sitting speakers. He, at the time, you know, he's 24. I'm 22. Shit, my brother showed me a 100 bun in a Timberland shoebox when he was 21. So I already know he good. So, but at the time, you know, I don't hustle, you know what I'm saying? I'm throwing parties, I work. I had always had hustles, but still at the point, 22, I had like 17, 18,000. I was saying, though, I was like, I'm big dog.
That's still smooth though.
Because at the end of the day, I still ain't no, it wasn't too many people that was my age that wasn't getting it out the streets that had 18,000 to their name off the muscle of like just working and hustling, like legit hustling though, throwing parties, everything. So I was definitely bit dog for people around in my circle. No one had that. So I remember this back in the day, ain't no apps. I had to call Bank of America, like,
get the balance.
Yeah, account balance. I'm like, it's lit. I'm turned on like, nigga, we can go right now. Like, let's sign it. So, bruh, we signed a lease and we moved down to the A. And that's crazy. That's how Dre ended up coming down to the A. Dre actually came down just to help me move because me and my brother was driving all our cars. So I hit Dre like, bruh, what crazy, Dre wasn't even supposed to come. It was Reese Bass. Reese Bass was supposed to drive. And I like, Reese, bro, just pack like a week or two of clothes. We're going to kick it down in the A because we move Memorial Weekend. So I'm like, bro, we're going to party. We're going to move in. Then once we get everything settled, you just go, you know what I'm saying, you can ride back with Tony. Reese ended up canceling. He like, bro, something came up. You know what I'm saying? I got to do something with my sons. Hit Dre. Dre like, bro, what you got going on, Maury? You like, I don't know. Dre was working at Old Navy. Dre like, shit, I'm quitting the job. They ain't doing nothing.
Quit the job, right?
No, he had recently quit the job. Before that, he was like, bro, I ain't got no. I'm like, perfect, bro. I need you to try one of the whips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? And it was my car. I had like a little Jeep Cherokee. It wasn't nothing in my car. My whole car was full of sneakers. Like, sneakers was always a thing. Like, I had to lay down the seats. Like, from all the way to the back of the Jeep Cherokee, all the way to the passenger driver was full of sneakers.
Yeah,
My kids was always a thing for years.
Being fresh.
Yeah, this and again, this is 2010. I'm at about 50 pair of shoes, you know what I'm saying, in a rotation. But Dre drove, me and Dre partying, like, bruh, for a week straight. Me and Dre, we didn't beat the sun home. Like, every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The sun was coming up when we was coming home. Like, driving home.
Sometimes Dre too. Oh my god.
Bro, we faded some nights. I went one time. I had to pull over on the side of the road to throw up. Like, we still hung over. Like, we coming in because that was like me and Dre really called the last era of true Atlanta. Like,
yeah, what was it like? What was it like around that era when you?
Bro, you could tell the money was out different. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go front like. I ain't saying people ain't having their way. I ain't saying there ain't no money in the A, but how niggas was getting money and spending money is different. The economy was different. Like, I ain't go front. True, like, if you'll notice, you go to the strip club, you don't see no whole bunch of bread being thrown. Like, you'll see a little bit, you'll see a little money, but, yo, 10, 11, 12, every time we went to the strip club, it's green carpets.
What was one of the craziest strip club experiences you seen while you was down there?
2. We seen 2 money wars. Like, back in the day, it was really money wars. Like, because Onyx and Magic is divided. The strip pole and the stage is in the middle, and there's 2 sides. So it's like legit. This niggas getting money on one side, niggas and everyone's saying, and they throwing all the money to the middle.
Yeah.
But one of the craziest things I saw in Magic, this guy, he was on the stage, but his back was turned. Like, the strips was behind him. He had like a Louis duffel or big book bag. He was just pulling money out, popping the bag, throwing it over his head, like not even looking at him. He talking his home like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm like, he's still reaching. Like, this shit is endless. And it was some cats. It was crazy. So I went down there. It was I was already living, but Rio, Stats, everyone came down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is
that whole bull down there.
I miss my guys too, but they down there. Stats performing. It's like an industry night. Stats performing at night, and there was some cats from like the Midwest. No lie. And me and Rio was talking. He was like, bro, that's when you campaign. That's how you campaign. Like, you got to make a statement. Like, they was deep. They was like 15, 20 deep. When I say everyone, when it was time for them to perform, whoever, it was only one person performing. When it was time for him to perform, everyone went on the stage with like 1 or 2 loaves. Every single person, while he performed, everyone threw at least $2,000. And they were throwing money like, all in all, it ain't pocket watch. You just kind of do basic math, but they threw like 40.
40 ball out there.
Like, bruh, we not in that time no more. You, bruh, 40 is covered. And we ain't talking about what Rio and them threw. Between the camp, Rio and them probably threw 15. When Stats performing, Rio came to do thing, but it just showed you, he also saw, he like, bro, that's strength.
Yeah.
Everybody, it don't matter if it's the big dog was giving everyone, but he made sure everybody had bread. So, same thing with me. She's like, bro, we made sure everybody bosses, because you don't know who is who. Everybody look like a boss. Yeah. That's the true definition of being a boss, when you can put people on that even the 5th person in line look like a boss. Yeah. And a lot of people can't say that. A lot of people who building something, they're the only person that look like they got money.
Fast.
Really the only person getting money. Everybody just waiting with their hand out. But that ain't like, that ain't no
Ain't
true
like
definition
leadership,
of showing you you're a boss.
Yeah.
Like Ross said, nigga, boss is guaranteed we gonna eat. Like everybody eating that. That's the true definition of being a boss is putting everybody on and putting people in position to win. And that's what people don't do because pride. People don't want to see no one else win beyond from what they doing. It don't matter. I can give you all the game because at the end of the day, you still got to put in the work to do it. You got to get up. Are you willing to sacrifice exactly what I did to sacrifice? And a lot of people ain't willing to sacrifice that. People ain't taking no risk. People want the easy money. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to go for broke. Bro, I went for broke with culture.
For real.
Twice.
Oh, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to
that.
Yeah,
bro, man, it's been so much, but that money era ain't the same.
Yeah.
I'm talking about being in the club and like legitimately like about to slip and bust your ass because you walking on money. Yeah. When have you seen that? You never even seen it. Because by the time you got there, that era was like, bro, I'm talking about walking around like you scooting money just trying to clear a path to walk. Like, bro, that ain't like that no more.
And so you was in Atlanta from
2010 to mid 2019.
What was you say the biggest difference from coming from Durham to Atlanta? What was like the biggest difference from that?
So access, man, it's a bigger city and it's black. I'm like, bro, this shit is really black. No matter where you go to, and it ain't small town mentality. It's probably still is, but it's diluted. It ain't crab in the bucket. You probably seen that, like how coming in, how people are willing to work with you that don't know you. People really show love. If you really, a lot of people don't. It's jealous people everywhere. Don't get it twisted. Mm-hmm. But if you really having your way and you got your own motion, you ain't jealous because you know your motion is your motion. Your wave is your wave. Can't no one stop your wave. Yeah. So that's why people don't mind dealing with you in the A that don't know you from a can of paint, and they'll put you on some sauce. Yeah. Where a lot of people gatekeeping the sauce. I'm like, bro, you're gatekeeping and you ain't got shit going on for yourself. What's the point of having assets with no motion? Yeah. It's like having assets with no plan is pointless. You know what I'm saying? But also having a plan with no access is hard work. Cause you got the plan, you got the blueprint, but you ain't got no one that can help connect the dots and help you get. So you could be sitting on $1 million idea and can't get it out. Mm-hmm. Some people just sitting on the people that's connected with $1 million idea, and you ain't got shit to bring. You just connected with.
It's funny because I feel like that's how the A is with certain, like how you say you might have crab in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have $1 million idea, but don't have the access in this area, but they might have the access, but they ain't got no idea.
So, but they cool. That's why a person can recognize a person with the sauce who got the money. Yeah. Like, oh no, he got the vision. Yeah. I got the bag. Yeah. I ain't got the vision. Yeah. But us come together, we dangerous. Yeah. So it's like, bro, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, no, like they'll put you on. They'll connect you where you need to be connected. They'll put you in position to win, because it's like some people like a lot of people just get money, but they get money, but some people don't know what to do with the money. So you come in and be the brain that can take that 100 to quarter to a half to a ticket.
How you think moving to the A developed you personally, like physical, however how you feel?
I ain't gonna front. I'll be. I was me regardless. Like the A. I just pretty much put my own sauce in the A. Mm. I'm a hustler. Yeah. Like, now it's like, all right, cool. I can just put myself in position, but like, what I had was instilled in me, bro. Like, again, the A was just a good place to branch out, to rub the right shoulders to get on. But like, as far as the foundation was the foundation regardless. Yeah. I can apply this foundation and then it's it and I'm gonna flourish. Like, serious, like Jay said, put me anywhere on God's green earth, I'm gonna triple my worth. Yeah. Like, you drop me anywhere, as long as something shaking, I'm gonna milk it. So the switch when I got into the car industry, and that's when I really started like seeing some bread.
And when you got in the car industry, around what year was this?
This was 2012.
Okay.
So I was
in
about to
the
turn
April,
25.
Like,
So I had 2 years.
2 years and you hopped
So again, I really wasn't working. I was still doing the party. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times when people, especially with entrepreneurs, you gotta know when to pivot.
So after you said around 2 years you was in 8, then you start selling cars. What was that experience like?
So start selling cars, and that's when I was like, oh, this ain't party money. Like, I'm really seeing some bread, you know what I'm saying? So like my first year I did like $110.
Word up.
So it's like I'm 6 figures first year in the dealership. It's like, and at the same time, none of my friends was on the job making 6 figures in 2012.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And bro, and before I started the job, bro, I ran through the bread I had stacked up. By the time 2012, and that gave me the mindset like, it is easy to run through money. If you ain't bringing in no check like that, like I'll bring a little something, but you know I won't endure them like that. So the parties was a little more scattered. But shit, that money got. Well, I was about down to about last while before I got the job, stressed out. But ran it up, bro. I kept it 100. Like, bro, kept my head down, just ran up the bread, live minimalistic, and shit. By a year and a half at the job, I had like 35,000 stacked up. Like, shit, same time.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody have a 30 ball.
Yeah.
Not again. I ain't saying niggas didn't, but not nobody that my age, not 25 and not hustling.
Yeah, facts though.
No, bro, they come from hustling, but as we know, bro, we know people who hustle.
What's one of your craziest stories from selling cars? Wildest story.
Customer was about to fight.
Tell me,
Like me,
yeah,
so-
give very step-by-step details.
So at the time, I used to run this thing called the Business Development Center. So all we did was set the appointments. Like when people call, if they inquire online, we're like the first person. We're the first voice they hear. Like, so we answer questions. Our whole job was to set an appointment for you to come to the dealership, get you off their phone, get you into the dealership. So this guy, he was in Charleston, South Carolina. He had a concrete business, and he was trying to get a dually. The dually he wanted was sold, but my manager was like, "Bruh, just bring him. Like, we're gonna be able to flip him to buy something else." Like, he had good credit, made good money, but I knew the guy was specifically and only coming on this one car. I'm like, brother, y'all know, like, this is a 6-hour drive.
He gonna make.
They're like, I don't care. Get his ass here. So me and the guy was going back and forth for about 2 days. Like, he wanted to do everything on the phone. I'm like, bro, I can't do it over the phone. I need you here. At the end of the day, it don't matter if you come in. Like, we can do everything over the phone, and you come in and you don't like the car.
Yeah.
Then what's the point? Like, it still was a wasted trip.
Yeah.
So he ended up coming. Like, I remember he went out, but he came in with 2 chicks, bad too. Like, I called him because he was running a little. He like, listen, man, I went out last night. I went to the Pink Pony. We hung over, but listen, man, I'm getting dressed right now. I'm coming your way.
Yeah.
As soon as I got off the phone, I looked at my man. I said, it's gonna be trouble when you get here. I said, bro, he's still hung over. Like, bro, he's gonna be pissed. He get here and his car's not here. He get here. They call me like, Maurice, your customer's here. But I get here, this dude every bit of 6'2", about 260. Like, oh, you work out. As soon as I saw him, I shook his hand like, give me one moment, be right back. I said, it's gonna be some furniture moving in here when he find out this car ain't here. I said, bro, this ain't no little guy. Like, to the point, I ain't gonna front. Ain't no pump, but I was looking, I'm like, bro, I'm about to have to scrap. And people don't understand. You can go years throughout your life and not fight. Like, bro, I'm not doing anything to get into a fight. Like, by 2012, my last fight has been every bit of 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Last time I'm throwing hands was 2006. Bro, if you threw hands in 6 years, you might have fell off a little bit. Your reaction time.
It ain't as sharp as it used to be.
And you fight the dude who just got in the fight last week. He's ready. I'm not prepared to fight. So I remember I went back there. It was my boy Colton and Chaz. I looked back. I said, bro, if he start getting the best of me, bro, y'all better jump in. So I'm like, bro, we gonna have to scrap. So the salesman with him, all I hear is, where the fuck is Maurice? He's loud in the showroom. Cause they told him like, oh yeah, the car you came in not here. Like, what the fuck you mean it's not here? I just drove 6 hours from Charleston. So the general manager had to work the whole deal. Luckily we found something and everything. Like I was like, he was like, bro, the general manager's like, bro, just stay back here. Like, if he see you, like, no matter, he's like, I found something, we're good. But if he see you, he's still gonna fight you.
So when he was out in the show, he was just yelling like,
bro, yelling.
What
like,
was he saying? Like
cursing, saying everything. Like he was lit, which he had every right to be.
Yeah.
I just drove 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I took off work. Like, cause he ran the concrete business. I'm like, bro, like, time is money. Anytime I'm taking off, like, that's money.
Yeah.
So, which I'm like, but luckily but that was the wildest thing. I was about to fight at the dealership though. Shit was crazy.
And how long you was at the dealership again?
All the way up from 12 to on and off from 12 to 19.
12 to 19.
I started culture in 16 though.
16. And then what made you come back to the clubs? You know what I'm saying? You did the parties, you did the got the cars, but then 16 with the club. What made you come back to that?
So in 2015, me and my homeboy, he was actually my shoe plug, this guy named Mike. He was like, man, we should open up a shoe store. I'm like, hey, I'm with it. He was like, man, we just need to do it one day. And one day, bro, I'll never forget, it was right before Thanksgiving in 2015. I quit the dealership.
Word up.
I'm like, man, I'm about to. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't anything I was passionate about. And the light bulb kind of went off. I sold this car to this guy. And when I'm talking to him, I don't mind getting a little personal. It's like, bro, we've been talking to each other for days, weeks. So I remember I had to get a car shipped in he flew in for a car. And I picked him up from the airport and we went and grabbed lunch before we went to the dealership. Because he was like, I want to just grab food from a good spot before we get a car. Cool. We ended up going to Papa Do's. Had lunch at Papa Do's. And one question I still ask people to this day, I said, even whatever they're doing, especially when I see a person like making good money, this guy, he made good money. He made like $300,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? You got 2015, but that's great. I mean, that's great money. 2025 nigga making $300,000 a year. So I always ask how they get into it, but my golden question is like, I know you like what you're doing, it makes good money, but did you always see yourself doing this? Like, as a kid, what was your dream? Like, what did you see yourself always you wanted to do? And a lot of people, you ask that, it's never what they're doing as a job. Even if it's good money. He's like, this just turned into work, but he wanted to get into like sports medicine, like rehabbing like athletes and everything. He like, that's what I want to do. He like, I was doing it and I was working with this company. Then he's like, they rolled out a new something that you had to have a degree in it now. He's like, bro, I ain't about to sit. And he's like, I already been doing this shit for 2-3 years. So y'all telling me to stop, go to school for 2 years to get this degree, to come back to do something that I'm already doing, just certified. He said he quit and he started in like IT software sales and everything. And he was like, I like it, but he like, no, this is not what I'm doing. He was like, listen, man, if there's something you want to do, he was like, you'll be more comfortable with at least trying. And that was like a motto. It's like, I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with, but I'm not okay with not trying. So my fear of not trying was far greater than the fear of failure. Cause I see, right, you see how many people walk around like the woulda, coulda, shoulda stories. It's like, nah, if I'm gonna do it, I'm cool with saying, hey, bro, I did it, but it ain't really work out. But I had fun while I was doing. I learned things, but now I'm doing this. I'm more content with that. At least you tried, but versus not trying, like you don't know how successful you could have been. It's just a what if, and legit, this wasn't like a month or two after that conversation, bro, I
Quit and they started close.
So, at the time, I was about to open a storefront in Chattanooga.
Mm-hmm.
So, me and my partner, we had found a spot and everything. The only thing that didn't work out because we got all the way off the page where we started. Like, I had my bread stacked up, but I always knew I had my brother as my financial backup. Like, anything that goes beyond that, I can't fund. I can hit bit, bro. And like, all right, cool. I need to quit bitty.
Yeah.
And all right, cool. Let's get it.
That's love. That's love.
So, I'm thinking he had more financial help than he did, and it wasn't. I'm like, bro, I ain't about to be funding everything. And I thought he was more plugged in what he was, which I found out he was plugged in with someone that was plugged in. I'm like, bro, we can't start no business on no third party shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was this guy, which I'm still cool with him. He works at Walters.
Okay.
He still handles like the accounts at Walters and everything. He was plugged in with the guy at Walters, which we end up came into the point like maybe we could put him in on the business as well, because he's gonna plug us in with all the connects. I'm like, all right, it makes sense because he's gonna speed up us getting accounts. And I learned like the process of getting these shoe accounts. Like the time I was gonna be like a social status.
Oh, okay.
Before, like, so I don't even know if social status was open at it, but I was gonna be like a social status. Like, I was just gonna be a sneaker and apparel store, and we was gonna get clothing accounts, and the store was gonna be called Culture, but the actual brand that I was like, let me get the store established, then I'll focus on actually starting Culture, the clothing brand. Things didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? We kind of went off left, and I kind of backed off from that, and that was in June of 2016. And I was like, you know what? It's time to go in. Like, I have no excuses but to focus on the Culture, the apparel.
Yeah.
So I started taking trips out to LA, looking for manufacturers. It took like 3 trips to LA. Because I remember one time me and my brother was out there, and I met with my homeboy, and he was like, bro, you just need to hit Fashion District. Fashion District is huge. Like, you gotta understand, Fashion District is over 1,000 stores conduced in a 3-mile radius. It's a couple blocks, like city blocks, like on the outside, ain't nothing but a couple blocks, but everything in there's thousands of stores. So I went Fashion District. That shit was overwhelming because I'm driving through. Think I'm just fine, like manufacturer, like no, it don't work like that. There's no names on most of the buildings. You gotta like really walk in. So first time I drove through Fashion District, I'm like, and we was nowhere near the shit we was supposed to be at.
I wasn't even in the right location.
I'm like, bro, nigga, all I'm saying is like fabrics, like drapes, like you buy like just the plain fabrics. I'm like, but you got to get out footwork. So the second trip out to LA, got out a little bit. Still like I was walking around, still wasn't in the right place. I'm like, bro, I don't know where I was supposed to start. Third trip, I went out there, got a hotel, the Sheraton. Remember it to this day. Got a hotel that was 2 miles from Fashion District. I went out there. I went out to LA. I'm dolo. You know what I'm saying? The first 2 times it was me and my brother. I went out there dolo. Bruh, I packed just running shoes. Bruh, I threw my book bag on, had a Adidas tracksuit, and I walked to Fashion District. Bruh, I stayed out there for hours walking around. And like going in the spots, figuring out, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna keep walking. Like, I was like, I ain't leaving until I find what the hell I'm looking for. Yeah. I'm not leaving. Like, I figured like when people was open, like got up 10 o'clock in the morning, because I know everyone's open from like 9 to 6. Yeah. Got up, got to moving like 10, walked there. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be out here. Yeah. Like, I'm talking about, bro, taking lunch break and everything while I was there. Went to a restaurant. Said, bro, I was out there till like maybe like 3, 4 o'clock. Yeah. Like, I found it a little bit before then, but it's like, bro, I'm walking.
And did you end up finding what you was looking for?
Hell yeah. Like, going in and finding somebody that work with you, because when you go into manufacturing, everything, you got MOQs. Some people got crazy MOQs.
What's MOQ?
So MOQ is minimum order quantity. So you go to some people like, all right, what's the MOQ? 100.
Period. They ain't trying to talk unless you get
100, that 100 is one color, one design. So it's like if I wanted this sweatsuit,
You need 100 of them.
I had to get 100 of these. I'm like, bro, that's a lot. Like, here's the thing: when you sell a sweatsuit in this one color, you gotta find 100 people to sell it to.
Yeah.
Unless something happened to a person, he spilled something on it, can't get out, or he lost it, he'll buy another one if he really liked it. But most time people like, man, bro, I mean, I wore it a couple times, but you gotta find 100 people. So I'm like, all right, like, damn, like that's a big. I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to get off the ground with my brand. Like, bro, I ain't trying to. I'm not trying to commit to that.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to commit to that. I'm not committing to that now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not, bro. 100 one color? No, absolutely not. So, start finding people like who MOQs. It's like 30. Now we talking. Cause then you gotta steal finesse. Cause most people it's the same thing, same concept. 30, one color, one design. But then it's like, all right, how much is sweatsuit will be? Figure out what the wholesale price is. I'm like, well, how much you would charge me if you let me bust that 30 down with 2 colors? Because at the end of the day, it's a give and take.
Yeah.
I'll pay a little bit more, but at the end of the day, me paying a little bit more, it's just got to roll over into the price. So let's say if this was manufactured, let's just say the manufacturer, like, all right, cool, we can do that. It's going to be 30. You got to get 30. It's going to cost $30, $35 per sweatsuit. I'd rather pay the 40 and 42 and bust it out in 2 colors or 3 colors. Because now I can sell it faster.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about 30 people. If I sell the 3 colors, now I got 3 different variations. Now I can push that it's limited. Then once it's gone, it's gone. And a person who bought this, loved it, they'll come back and buy another color. Hell, if a person really feeling like that, they might buy all 3 colors. So now I don't have to find 30 people to sell it to. I might only got to find 18, 20 people to sell it to. You might got it cheaper, but I'm selling it faster. So I'm making my money faster. I'm recouping my money faster. So sometimes all it ain't all about what's getting it cheap is if you got so much of it, and you sitting on it.
Yeah.
You got 100. Yeah, you paid $20, but you been sitting on these 100 tracksuits for months. I'll bust through mine. You don't have these for 5-6 months trying to bust through these 100. Cause guess like once your peak is like the first week or 2 of sales. It's just like album sales. Album sales first week they did 200. Second week they only did 100. It's like it's already been cut in half of your potential people buying it. So every week, the longer you have it, the longer you gotta stretch it out. You know what I'm saying? To sell it, I'll bust through my pads. By the time you don't ran through that 100, I'll ran through 3. I'll read up 3 times. So who made more money? I'm making more. I might be buying a little bit more, but I'm selling it faster. So it's like it ain't.
So when you got there, when you was out there, and you got the batch, got your first batch, it was 30 pieces.
Yeah, so I got my first thing.
You remember what it was on anyway?
Yeah, I got this. I call it a Euro zip jacket. It was like this jacket that zipped on the side. It was like a hoodie / jacket. I had that in black and olive. I had these other short sleeve hoodies. I had those in 3 colors. I had hats. I had dad hats and I had t-shirts. That was it. Yeah.
And how was the first time selling it?
Man, the feeling like I'm talking about the countdown. Like I'm like, all right, I had a whole week. I'm doing a photo shoot. Dre doing a photo shoot. Dre had us all way off 2 Chainz from
Is it from Decatur?
No, College Park. College Park, right off with a discount mall, but we was right around the corner from the discount mall.
Word up.
Own that. We was right on. Dre was like, bro, I know this spot. I'm like, all right. I'm like, for one, we didn't even live near there. I only know how Dre knew with his spot. He's like, boy, I got this spot.
Trey funny as hell.
It's an abandoned like shopping mall. It was just a parking lot. He was like, boy, it's like Trey always been on some like real scenic stuff with photo shoots. Like, boy, got some dope looks, bro. We get some dope little stuff. It's like it's kind of rugged edges. That's what Dre whole vibe was. Like Dre had you in the woods taking pictures. Like, but the pictures come out fire. Us not figuring out that when the time changed, we forget. So we meet the shoot. It started getting dark. We had to rush. Like, bro, we're changing in the middle of this parking lot. Like, girl, it's like it was 2 guys and 2 girls. Like, they are like in the bra and panties. Like, we got the doors. We like got 2 cars parked beside each other. We got both of the doors. So this little spot open. They're changing in the middle of a parking lot in broad daylight, like into other looks. And yeah, so shout out Joff and Toya, man. They held me down. Russ and D Reed, like we did the whole shoot and like putting the pictures out, man. It was like pure excitement and like no feeling getting that like really first official sales. So because before I started coach, I was selling like just little plain t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? But this was like my first release of my brand and seeing stuff sell out and it was super fulfilling. I'm like, all right, it's time to turn up. So that was in November. That was November 19th. December, I'm ready enough for another drop.
You went back to LA.
Well, turn.
Went right back to LA.
Boy, I was out.
Word up.
Did you get the same?
Halfway through burning through that shit, nigga, I was gone.
Did you get the same type of stuff, or did you?
Hell no, bro. My second drop was goddamn like, boy, like, bro. My second drop, I had hella shit, bro. I had trench bombers, I had crew necks, I had these camo jackets, bro. I still got the pictures, bro. Like, nigga, my second drop looked better than what niggas was like. If you look at it, it's like, damn, like, you gotta think, bro, by the time my second drop in January, bro, I only been doing this shit since November.
Yeah.
Like, this was,
So, boom. After that, shit, did you drop, like, monthly? What was your
so I was dropping,
system?
Main thing I was doing was dropping every, for the season, but I probably have, like, 2 big drops within each season.
Okay.
So as soon as the season come in, I have like a big drop with like hella pieces, like joggers, sweatshirts, tees, hats, jackets. Like,
What you find to be your top selling product?
I remember my first kind of quote unquote viral product was these camo. You got that
The
joint.
shit I got.
That was 2017.
That motherfucker was cold. I think I still got it at the crib and during.
Bruh, that was 2017. That was the first one, bruh. Them shits was
flying.
bruh. Every time I restocked them shits,
They
was gone. And people are like, they ain't highlight, nigga, them shits, I was selling them for $150 and $17.
Nigga did.
My hood is, this is $150 I got on.
Yeah.
Like, but at the end of the day, I didn't come to play. Like, no, I'm a brand. I ain't the place you just come like, I need a $10 t-shirt. I need a little $20, $30 hoodie. For one, I'm not investing in that.
Yeah.
Because I know that shit don't last.
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand. I be looking at people like, you going somewhere like, their brand got a $30 hoodie that they're selling with printed. You know how much, like, nigga, my hoodie is $30 just for plain manufacturing. Not so with mine is done in 2 steps. So my manufacturing don't do the finishings. They don't do prints and all that. They just do cut and sew.
Right.
Like, which I be telling them, like, bro, why don't y'all do this too? Some do, but some stuff I do is stateside. Like, a lot of people overseas, they're gonna do everything.
Yeah.
But all the time I don't like really going overseas, or even if I deal with someone overseas, they're still based stateside.
Right.
So it's like, all right, cool. We handle all the business in the state, then we send everything. So it's the communication is a lot easier versus like when you got 100%, and you don't probably deal with it like when it's 100% overseas, but it's a lot of back and forth. They send something ain't right, they got to do it over again, and the feed ain't right. It's like, no, man. Like, a lot of stuff I do is stateside, so they don't do finishings. So they just bring the clothes to life, and once I get it from them, I got my man that do all my finishing. And the thing is, like I said, it's just I built this relationship because the whole, like, the outlook of my brand is quality over quantity. I don't release a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I release a lot, but it's not in big quantities. Like, I don't release no more than 10.
Keep that exclusivity.
I want to keep exclusivity, but you got to pay for exclusivity too, though. Like, these manufacturing companies, it's like, damn, bro, you just get these many. I'm like, bro, I don't want that many, bro. I don't want 50 of fucking one tracksuit.
Yeah.
If I do 50, you about to be busting this shit down.
Yeah.
I'm about to get 5 colors out of your ass.
Yeah.
And some people ain't gonna want to do, like, hell no, I ain't about to give you 5 let you bust down 50 and 5 colors. Cool, I'll just find out somebody who will.
Yeah.
And it's still a give or take. I pay a little bit more, and because everything is when it's a business relationship, it has to be beneficial on both parties.
Right.
So cool, I'll pay a little bit more, but I'm still getting what I want, and everything is still, long as it still fall in line with my price point that I'm happy with, because I still keep in mind I'm a consumer. So it's like when I release something, it's like I ain't gonna release something that I wouldn't pay for.
Yeah.
Some people just throw some shit like, bruh, if you went into the store and saw that and it was that price point, would you say, yeah, let me get that? If I don't feel like that, I can't put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I've ran into sometimes my creating something, it turned out to be way more expensive than I wanted to.
Yeah.
But it's like I gotta see it through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it out there regardless. I ain't gotta make a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let it do what it do. And that's also just tapping into the right clientele, the right market that's willing to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So like, even I dropped that, and that's the only thing I hate when people like his stuff high. Comparing to who?
Yeah.
If you like, and it's no shade, but if you compare me to the Bull City clothing store, all my shit is high compared to them. But that's a novelty store.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you go to New York, when you go into the little store to get the I Love New York shirts and the mugs and all that shit. That's what the Bull City store is for Durham. It's but that's a novelty store. They're not using. They're gonna use lower end t-shirts because they selling t-shirts $10-15. Everything makes sense. They printing everything in house, but they buying maybe Bell and Canvas t-shirts. That's what I started off with, and when I learned, like, boy, this shit way better than this. But Bell and Canvas shirts, like, you just full disclosure, like, we're talking $3 wholesale t-shirts.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, my wholesale, I'm using. And it's not even wholesale. My manufactured t-shirt might cost me $13.
Just for the shirt.
Blank. No present, no nothing on it.
So boom, you was got them. So you did your first couple runs, you know what I'm saying? You kept going back to LA, back and forth.
Yeah, then after a while, you can make less trips because it's like we on the same page.
And then being in Atlanta, did you have any like influencers, celebrities, you know what I'm saying? You got in your
The only person that organically rocked with me was K Camp. So
and how you end up meeting him? How that relationship come about?
Again, my big sis mentor, Michelle, she had a clothing store, and she was the first person. She was letting me put my merch in her store because she liked it. She was like, "Yo, your shit is nice." Like, it fell in line with what she was selling. Like, when I tell you, her boutique was like a hot spot, but she was right off Cheshire Bridge. When I say I met hella people, bro, like, before I met Offset, you know what I'm saying, before they dropped Culture album, what's crazy is Quality Control, like, their page had reached out to me back early 2000s, right before they dropped Culture, because Culture dropped early 17.
Yeah.
They reached out to me back in 16, right when I was building up the my first release. I'll never forget, this was October 2016. Again, my drop wasn't until November. They hit me up like, hey, can you get Migos some stuff? Because I'm like, your brand is called Culture. That album coming out is called Culture. I think it'll be a great look. I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm like, what's the address? They sent me a P.O. box. I'm like, no, what's the address? At the end of the day, I ain't. Like, and some people call it stubborn, but I'm moving how I feel like it's best for me. I'm like, no, like I'm in Atlanta because I end up getting a girl number. We end up talking. I said, yo, I'm in the A. Like, just pull up and I could pull up. Like, I would rather. I said, what size? Like, they all mediums. I said, I'd rather pull everything I got, let them pick what they like instead of sending something and they're like, no, I'm for this. I'm like, all right, I like this. Yeah. Then it's the best chance that you wearing it, tagging it. Then guess what? I'm about to sell it myself. Yeah. This me now is a story. You know the person behind the brand. It's like damn, this nigga pretty solid. Mm-hmm. So now it's more inclined that a person tag you, shout out because it's done more organic, and now you're building a relationship. Because I would have gave them all that shit for free. Yeah, fair. Because at the time, I'm like shit, I ain't even dropped my drop yet. So because what happened, they start promoting Culture album. Like, it's coming soon. So many people was tagging my brand with Migos and Quality Control that the label page, whoever run the label page, they reached out. That's hard. Yeah, but then I'm like, bro, like, no, just send it. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck might get this shit. Yeah, because I've known, like, Eastside is 2 Chainz DJ. Uh-huh. You know how much stuff he see people get 2 Chainz that get sent, bro. Some of the stuff, he don't like that shit. He's giving them away. Then it's just the process. Again, I don't knock no one that be sending celeb stuff. Mm-hmm. It's cool, but so much shit got to go right for that to really be beneficial for you. Yeah. A, they actually got to like it. That's the first step. B, they actually got to wear it. And wear it, tag it, shout you out, bro. You know how much, like, actually how hard it is for all that to line up for it to look organic. Mm-hmm. Like, look, know what I'm saying? Y'all see what I got on, know what I'm saying? Shout out, know what I'm saying? Nas, know what I'm saying? Got that new $1 billion vision on. None of that is happening if they don't know who you are. Yeah. All that's happening when people show love like that, guess what? You personally met them. Like, damn, bro, solid. Cool to say, I like what you got going on. I fuck with your whole movement. A package just coming in. I don't know who you are. I'm going to rock that shit. Ain't tag you. Because guess what? Every time you see people that shouting out people, it's a screenshot of their story. Every time, and they got to go shout out to such and such, rocking the brand. Like, you said that's a screenshot of a story that they posted. Or them randomly wearing, or you might happily caught a picture that they was actually wearing, they was actually pictured in it, but it ain't like they shout you out, they tagged you in it. Kept, so fast forward, the first person that actually rocked my shit was Moneybagg, yo. And the funny thing, I didn't even know who Moneybagg was. Right. I was in a store, Moneybagg came in, he had a show. He walked the breath, and I had these camo jackets. I had 3 colorways. He came in. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's hella people used to always come in her store, bro. Hella rappers. He came in, walked around, bro, and this was all organic. That's how I know it's like, no, I'm doing something right. Because he could have bought anything in that store, bro. He went right there. He went right to that, saw that, looked at it, like, that's put it on and put it. Bro, he took his shirt off and put that shit right on, bro, and kept it on, and he performed in it that night. I didn't step in, bro. I watched the whole transaction, bro. He got it. She wrung him out. He bought it, but that's a real organic purchase. That wasn't me saying, "Hey, this is my brand. Come rock with it." He saw it. He liked it. He bought it, as any consumer does when they go to a store. That's fine. After he bought it, he was chilling. I introduced myself. Hey, what's going on? On me the bother, you know what I'm saying? I'm Maurice, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you wearing? That's actually my brand. He was like, oh no, this bitch hard. I like, bro, I appreciate you, bro. Like, bro, I just appreciate you support, you know what I'm saying? And, hey, you mind if I get a quick pic, you know what I'm saying, with you? He like, yeah. He stood up, took a picture, you know what I'm saying? I ain't taking a picture with him. I'm like, at the end of the day, because for one, I didn't know who he was at all. I was taking a picture because it's a nigga, and she the one who told me, like, that's Moneybagg. He was like, yeah, I'm going to go perform tonight. I'm rocking this bit. Yeah. And I had a picture of him rocking it on stage. Like he had that shit on. Like he kept it on from there, and they had to travel. It was like an hour. It was the concert was in Alabama, but you know Alabama ain't nothing but like an hour and a half ride from the A. Bro, that's organic.
Yeah.
That ain't no finessing, like trying to tell you rock it.
And who else you say you had in it?
So Camp Love Dad has. So I remember my boy James hit me. He was like, boy, I see you don't got them link with Camp. Okay, Camp. I'm like, nigga, I ain't never linked with Camp. He like, bro, you rocking your hat on his IG. Well, like, oh wow, like, bro, he is rocking the shit. So I did a shout out, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, shout out K Camp support, you know what I'm saying? Same thing, but here's the thing. I ain't saying you nothing. I know, I'm like, damn, because Michelle, she business. She don't give a fuck what them celebrities is. You come in the store, you dropping bad. Because she like this, bro, pay how you rate. Like, you talk all that bitch shit, cash out with me. Same thing I tell niggas, like, bro, you know, pop all that money, but want some free shit when you come in here. No, cash out. So he was like, I shouted him out. He ended up DMing me at Batman. He like, bro, I'm rocking. He like, bro, you got a store? I'm like, no, I ain't got no store, but I like, bro, I'm right in Buckhead. Come to find out, bro, he lived 5 minutes around the corner from me, bro. He like, all right, bro, she can get at it. He pulled up the next day, dolo. Came in, kicked it at the crib, chopped it up. He spent some bread, of course, because he came showing up off the strip. I gave him some shit, but it was still a real transaction. He came with the intention to spend money. I know he like hats, threw him all the colors of the hats, threw him like some quick little stuff. Like, I thought, wait, like I can easily remake hats. Like, some shit I ain't gonna throw away. Like, nigga, I only made 5 of these bitches. Ain't about to give you one. I need to make money off of this one. I need to make money off all 5 of these. But these hats, I can float until we build a relationship and we can get into that mode. But I treat, bruh, celebs don't spend money.
Yeah.
Celebs want to use their influence as currency, which in case it is, but guess what? That shit don't pay the bills.
Facts.
Yeah, bro, bro, shoot the video for free. Bro, that is, you branded to it. Bro, you know, bro, celebrities don't like spending money. The people, you do find some that spend money because everything organic. But I be telling people like, bro, why are we trying to impress the niggas who got the most money, but you overcharging niggas who working hard?
Facts, though. Those are backwards.
Why we like, bro? They should be like, they not like, bro. I'm asking for $1,000 to shoot the video, nigga. You got on $1,000 shoes. That's an insult to me. My hours of work is what you just blew on them ugly ass Balenciagas. So it's like, bruh, all I'm asking is for Balenciaga money.
So boom, after the A, so how long you was in the A until you moved? You know what I'm saying?
2019.
2019. And what made you want to move back to North Carolina?
Shit, I said, bro, people like, would you move back? I was like, no. I was like, bro, if I move back to NC, it's a business move.
Yeah.
I moved back April 19. The store's open November 19.
You play no game.
Boy, no.
And then since you've been moved back and you got this in the community, how has it been?
Oh, bro, it was turned. I ain't gonna front. I didn't even see it. I didn't think it'll be like it is, because now everyone's like, finally, I can go pull up and go buy. It's not like, that's the only thing. Like, malls is still going to be malls because it's convenience.
Yeah.
If I need something to wear tonight, I can go to the mall, buy something for tonight. You can't do that when something's just online.
And you think it's like a bigger financial difference from having a storefront into having...
Hell no, because with this, it's like, you find it like, this one a financial person, I won't overstand myself. Like, you see, it's not a big spot, but also I know I don't need a big spot. It's only my brand. I'm not a boutique store where I'm carrying multiple brands. It's just my stuff in here.
Everything in yours.
And I'm gonna make it work. You know what I'm saying? It's a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? And this is a stone throw from where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I know this area.
And if you don't mind sharing some numbers for people that, you know what I'm saying, they might have their own clothing brand.
Bruh.
Shit, what's probably been your best month? You know
I'm gonna tell you the difference. I remember I posted, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what's been your worst month and your best month?
Oh, when I first started, you know what I'm saying? She just make a couple $100s in a month.
Okay.
But that's when I first started, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, I'll never forget living in the A online, bro, doing my first like $3,000 in the month. I'm like, what? This shit going crazy. But at the time, the other thing, I was still working in the car industry. So I had another stream of income, but I'm like, bro, I just did $3,500 in a month. So I'm looking like, I'm getting to the point where I can cover all my bills.
Yeah.
With coaching, still like have a little bit over. So that's when I quit the dealership the first time, bro. I did coaching for like a year and a half. Like, that's all I was doing. Then I got back, things slowed up. I pivot. I started back working again. Then I started working for a couple months. Then that was like, no, this is. So 2019 was when I've been full-fledged since 2019. But best months was like 35,000 in sales in a month. That's been my best month so far.
35K in a month.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's smooth.
But
That's smooth.
when I say that shit was coming, it was going out as fast as coming in. Like, bro, shit was selling out. Like, I dropped something 2-3 days. I dropped like sweatsuits. 2 days, all I'm gone. Drop something, bro, it's gone, bro. People were like, and again, economy was different too. 2020, 2021, economy was booming. You gotta think, bro, PPPs, everybody getting all the extra assistance from the government, bro. People spending it, bro, because, you could buy everything. I was seeing those EBT cards in here getting swiped for clothes.
Word up.
Boy, yes.
EBT card for the drip.
Yeah, because, they were just putting the money on it. I think people was getting all that extra money for unemployment. And that was getting the extra money. Like, people was getting $900, bro. People was getting $900 a week for unemployment when they were making half of that a week working. Like, nigga, I'm getting this and I ain't doing nothing. It's free. The worst part is, while black people be in a position we is, we get free money and treat it like free money and not stack it to come up to put yourself in a position.
I see.
Oh.
And then boom, so say for instance you got a youngin' that's, got the same journey. He's seeing you, in that community and got their own story. What would you tell them on some advice you'll give them?
The biggest advice is you actually have to be passionate about what you're doing. If there is no passion, like you see, we are in a situation where we're in a time where people emulate the end results, not the process. Like, people see you shooting for these celebs, but they don't look at what it took to get to that point. They want like, well, shit, I can buy a camera and shoot a video, and their immediate next step is buying a camera and shooting for Young Thug and being on tour with Young Thug.
Yeah, don't work like that at all.
But that's the times we're in now. People really think it's that simple. People emulate the end results, not the process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're passionate about this is something that you truly find enjoyment. You're happy doing what you're doing. You find fulfillment. People look at it. People are finding stuff that's money grabs. Like, oh, I can sell these many shirts, make some money. It's like, bro, if you in it for that, I'll see you for about 6 months and you'll be gone. Because people don't look at the losses I took.
Yeah. And then shit, where you plan on taking it? Where you see this in the future, 5-10 years from now?
So the ultimate goal is have my storefronts throughout NC. I ain't go front. I have no aspirations of having other cities.
This is everything in North Carolina.
Yes, because I want this to be a North Carolina product. Like, no one else can take hold of culture. This is a North Carolina product. This is a Durham product. Like, when you come to North Carolina, you better hit one of these stores. But the other outlet is I would have it in particular boutiques that's in line with my brand. I would have, like, case in point, Bape. Bape, for the longest, only had like one location, like an actual Bape store.
Yeah.
It was just one. They had 2 locations in New York. There's Bape retailers, and most people they're buying from Bape resellers. They're not like, they don't have a Bape account. So like an actual vape store, it's only like 9 vape stores in the entire U.S. You gotta think, bro, vape been out since the 90s.
Yeah, for a long time.
They only have 9 stores, and it's all in major cities. They have like 2 in New York, they have Miami, they have Houston, they have Atlanta, California. No, it's only like 6 locations, but it's a few locations that got multiple locations. But it's only like 6 to 7 cities that actually have an official vape store. Everyone else is vape retailers, and even their retail list is short. You know what I'm saying? You got like Almayer, like sometimes Social Status don't even get it. Even though Almayer and Social Status is under the same umbrella, it's just Almayer is the top shelf Social Status. So that's where you can go get Rude out of Almayer. You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily can't find Rude because the price point doesn't make sense to the consumer, the average consumer that's shopping in Social Status versus the average consumer that's shopping at Almayer. But yeah, so that's like the goal is have a few locations: Durham, Raleigh, Greensboro, Charlotte, and Fayetteville. That's like my Power 5.
Boom. And then last question. You had $1 billion right now, what would you do with it?
It's endless, bro. $1 billion?
$1 billion. There's a few things you'll do with it.
I'm gonna get in, and again, and it's funny how people throw around like certain numbers and people don't really understand how far-fetched it is. You know, 1 million seconds, it's like 13, 14 days. You know what 1 billion seconds is?
30-something years.
30-something years. That lets you know how far between 1 million and 1 billion is. 14 days, 32 years. 2 weeks is 1 million seconds. Some people ain't lived 1 billion seconds. So it's endless shit I can do with $1 billion. It's unlimited. I can't spend $1 billion. I have to be purposely buying whatever I want. Let's start with $1 million. With an M, I'll just open up I will jumpstart like my multiple locations because I know the formula. The million just allows you to make mistakes. People don't understand. Money allows you to make mistakes. If you're broke, you're not allowed to make mistakes. That's why it's assets. Like even in the black community, when we're starting business, like versus a white person that come from a strong foundation with money, they're allowed to make mistakes. They can try a business and fail. Because guess what? It's like, all right, cool. That ain't working. Go something else. We try a business and fail, boy. We got everything in it.
It hurt.
We down and out. You'll never start a business again.
Bullshit.
It's sad, but money allows mistakes. And that's the biggest thing. The biggest lesson in life is being able to make a mistake. It's the same thing like basketball. If you're worried about missing, you'll never shoot. You think Curry really cared if that shit missed? But it took hundreds of thousands of shots. It took hundreds of thousands of missing to perfect what he's doing. And he's still doing it. Ain't like he just stopped. Ain't like he don't shoot no more. When he's at the top of his game, guess what he still does? Practice. You still got to allow mistakes. You still got to learn from things. So money allows you to make mistakes and it don't kill you. Because mistakes let you grow. Same thing with me. I feel like I'm great. I can teach a financial course. Right now, put me in someone's high school, college, and let me teach a financial literacy course because I fucked up money.
Yeah, you learn from it.
You don't know how to handle money unless you fucked up some money. That's the biggest lesson you can learn is having money and going broke. Like, boy, I know what not to do. I know I won't do that. So I learned it like credit, money. I've learned it because I've earned my stripes. I took my licks. But guess what? You bounce back. That's the definition of a hustler. if it's being able to have it, lose it, and get it back.
Get it back.
If you can't get it back, you ain't no hustler.
You know.
That was luck.
No crap.
That was luck. You got money, luck. Because you really don't know how to manage money. You really don't know how to handle money. That was luck.
Yeah.
A hustler, we can get it, go broke, get it back, go broke, get it back. That's the point of being a hustler. Because I strategically know what to do to at least get back where I was at. And now I know what not to do. So now I can get more now, because it's like I know what mistakes to look out for. It's like, all right, remember that when you was doing all the extra spend, we can't do that this time. You know what I'm saying? We got to be a little smarter with that. So, again, man, just having access. You know what I'm saying? That M, I can turn up with an M.
Yeah.
A free M, it's over.
It's over.
But it's rocket shit.
And then lastly, man, tell them folks where to find you at, man.
So you can always find me on Instagram at Culture Boutique. That's one word, CULTUREBOUTIQUE. Some of y'all can't spell. So I'm gonna spell it, but you can always find me at Culture Boutique. The website is www.shopculture.online, and our store location is 518 East Trinity Ave, Durham, North Carolina 27701. The store hours are Monday through Thursday, Wednesday through Saturday. Wednesday is by appointment only. Thursday through Saturday we're open from 12 to 7. But yeah, always, man, hit us up, man. If you need fits, you need help putting fits together. The good thing is when you shop with me, you get a personal stylist for free. So yeah, man, get at me.
Can't beat it, man. Signing out, man.
Yeah.